Hi friends, hola amigos. My name is Michelle Smith, mi nombre es Michelle Smith, and I'm sitting here with you today for this practice to build awareness into the feelings of grief and loss that at some point, maybe quite recently, we have felt in our lives. This practice is meant to allow us to nurture, care, and feel supported, because sometimes that's all we want, all we need during those difficult times. And I am sorry that you are going through this at this moment. So please do anything that feels good to you, but I hope that I can be a guide to something that might feel different or calming enough for you today. So thank you for being here. We'll begin in a comfortable seated position just for a few moments, connecting with our breath. I have stacked a few blankets to make my seat a little taller, my neck a little taller or lengthier. And you're welcome to close your eyes or keep a soft gaze as you just allow air to flow through you. And as you do this, just even the thought or the sensation of opening this heart cavity might feel like a lot, and that's okay. I understand. So just continue to breathe as much as you can, as much as the body is willing to give. Gently, maybe moving the breath in through the nose and exhaling gently out through the mouth. Begin to listen to the owned sound of your breath. And one last deep exhale, release all that air. Beautiful. And come out of this seated position. And we're going to begin to find a resting pose on the side. So if you have a couple of blocks, I welcome you to bring them to the sides of the mat. And we'll begin to create a small burrito that will be shaped specifically for the back of your neck. Okay, so you don't have to roll it all the way, depending on the size of the blanket. But you could probably just leave it kind of up in the overhead. Good. And you can bring the other blankets out to the side. We won't need them for this part of the exercise. But so laying down, find this roll to be supportive right beneath your neck. And you can bend your knees and begin to bring your feet out towards mat, the width of the mat. Knock the knees in together to touch. If it feels better to keep one hand at your heart and one hand on the belly, I welcome this movement for you. If hands out to the sides near your hips feels better, then that's a great space for them as well. You might close your eyes and coming back to tap into your breath. And just noticing any sensations that are arising. If you have your left hand on your heart, really try and hold your heart. Really pressing in and nurturing it, holding it ever so gently. This beautiful heart that has opened to emotions, welcoming love, welcoming joy, welcoming wonderful memories. And they get to stay here with you. They get to accompany you on your path. And then we'll begin to find a little movement in our toes, starting with the pinky and moving up towards the big toe or the big toes. You might do it with both feet or one feet at a time. And then gently begin to move your feet now a little closer to each other, about hip width distance apart. We'll begin extending the right leg. We're going to stay here for a moment, allowing the body to get situated, especially that right hip. Allow that right foot to kind of open from the hip joint. Good, one more deep breath here. And exhale out fully. And inhale, if you're ready or when you're ready, to allow the left knee to come a little closer towards your chest. Maybe you interlace your fingers and you're holding this left knee, hugging it in towards your chest. Give yourself time and space to again feel supported. Allowing this earth, the Pachamama, our earth mother, to hold us to hug us in this moment of need. And as the earth hugs us, we are also allowing ourselves to hug ourselves and to care for ourselves. Take one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, begin to cross over the left knee over to the right side. And you can use here that block on the right side as support for the right knee, and begin to extend the left arm, palm facing up, and then just allow the back of the hand to feel supported on that block to your left side. Continue to listen to your breath, how it moves through you. Kind of like the waves of the ocean as they move back and forward. I know that sound for me brings me a lot of peace and joy and calm. You can think of something else that connects with that sensation, that breath. Coming to a place of peace and calmness. And take one more deep breath. And exhale out fully. And inhale, coming back to center. Take your time. You can ground the left foot. And then maybe begin to extend that left leg. And switching sides now over to your right foot. Maybe bending that knee. Maybe putting the blocks out and accommodating them for the other side. Take your time here. Gentle. But only when you're ready. Pull that right knee now back towards your chest. When you're ready, you may begin to bring that right knee, crossing it over now over to the left side to find that supporting block. And then extending the right arm. Again, maybe the palm of the hand is facing up. The back of the hand is feeling supported with the block beneath. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a block. You can use a book, you can use a blanket, a pillow, or even just the ground, the earth beneath us. Notice if there's any tingling in your feet, in your hands, or any part of your body. Welcome the sensations. This is a beautiful time to be vulnerable, to be raw, to be so very human. Allowing and welcoming all emotions to be a part of our journey. When you're ready, begin to come back to center, pulling the knee back. And allowing the right foot to land back onto the ground. If it feels good to extend both legs, please go ahead and do so. Maybe you can extend both arms into this T-like position. And just feel the arms, the hands, the fingers supported. And exhale fully. Begin to bring your knees back towards you. And you may find a fetal position of your choice here too, whichever side is calling for you. Take a couple deep breaths. And exhale fully. When you're ready to transition back into a seated position, just push your way back. We're going to use a stack of blankets or a bolster or a pillow if you have one available. You're going to find a mermaid tail over to the right side. You may pad your pillow if you'd like with blankets as well. And find the bolster or the pillow over to the left side. We'll begin to turn our body facing, or our torso facing the bolster, the pillow, and allow ourselves to land. Maybe use your hands as support for your forehead. If it feels good to gaze over towards the left, then go ahead and do so. This is a great place to think about whoever you'd like to share a hug with, whoever has been in your mind and you would love to be able to give them a physical hug, whether they're in this plane or not. Maybe taking the time to remember anything specific about this individual, this sentient being. A particular smell, a particular sound, just their warmth, their kindness, their love. And take one more deep breath. And exhale fully. And I want to recognize that your experience might take however long it takes. And if you want to hold these poses for longer, you are more than welcome to. You can pause the video and you can stay there as much as you need, okay? We'll begin to turn sides. So taking our mermaid tail now over to the opposite direction so that we have the bolster, this pillow now over to the right side of our hips. Begin again to turn your torso and again finding this hug, this hugging quality. A reminder here that this can also serve as a hug to yourself. This might be a sign of love, of self-care for you, from you to you. space to shed any guilt, any emotion really that starts to arise. Giving ourselves the space to feel and to process with our breath. Even if you need to yell, you can do so to the bolster. Anything you need, really. This space is meant to be healing for you. When you're ready, you may begin to come back up into a seat. Moving the blankets away or off the bolster. Here you can use the blanket to cover your blocks. And using the other blankets, you may actually use them as paddings if you'd like for the back of your knees. Or there's a way to fold the blanket so that it's supporting your feet, holding them together, and then also supporting your thighs as we'll begin to open into the Supta Baddha Konasana, this open butterfly as a heart opener. If you'd like another blanket to bring it on top of you or to your belly, then that's available as well. We'll begin to sit and find the blocks right beneath the scapula. And making sure that the block for your head is also right at the back of the skull. Allowing the arms to open in whichever way feels good. Remember, there's different levels for your blocks as well. So if this feels like it's too much of a heart opener, you're welcome to relieve the blocks and just find the ground beneath you. And that might be a lot and enough for today. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw, in your tongue. Maybe opening your mouth. Maybe releasing that tongue. Allowing and welcoming any emotions again into this pose as well. Notice the thoughts that come into your mind. And then connect them back to the breath. Allow them to be a part of this process. Of feeling and releasing. Notice all this love that you have to give, that you get to give. All this love you get to feel. And love can show itself in so many different ways. But this is a way of showing love not only to our loved ones, but to ourselves as well. And take one more deep breath here. And exhale fully. Maybe yell, maybe let it all out. If you need one again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, lengthen your arms up overhead towards the ceiling. And find a little space here for your wrists to move from one side to the other. You're welcome to begin to bring your knees back together. And maybe find a nice little length in the body. Straighten. Arms and legs, good. And then exhale. Begin to bend the knees again. Coming back into a seat. And give yourself a hug. Feel the love from this community. Feel my love and feel the love of those around you. Holding you. Wanting you to be happy and joyful. But are so thankful and grateful for your love. We'll begin to make our way back to a seated position. And bring your hands to your heart center and hold again your heart. Honoring this process of grieving, of emotions, of anger and sadness, and all the tears. Welcome it all. Let this moment be cathartic. Allow this moment to teach you the lessons, patience, the love, the living each and every moment as if it was the last. And loving those around you so very much while they are here with you and you are here with them. I want to thank you for showing up for your practice. You are loved. Namaste.